Welcome back, everyone. Today we're diving into a Champions League clash that might turn out to be one of the most intriguing stories of the season. From the far north of Norway, Bodø, Glimt are set to face Premier League giants Tottenham Hotspur. At first glance, the matchup looks simple, a small Scandinavian club against one of England's heavyweights. But if you've followed European football in recent years, you'll know that things are never that straightforward when Bodø, Glimt are involved. This is a club that thrives on defying expectations. Think back to 2021, when they shocked the footballing world by putting 6 goals past Jose Mourinho's Roma. 6 goals against the European powerhouse on a freezing night in Bodø, in front of their passionate fans. That wasn't just a result, it was a statement. From that moment on, Bodø, Glimt earned the reputation of being giant killers. And now, as they prepare to host Tottenham in the Champions League, the same question comes up again. Can they write another unforgettable chapter? To understand why this isn't a straightforward match for Spurs, you need to know about Bodø, Glimt's home ground, Aspmyra Stadion. It's not the biggest stadium in Europe, not even close, but it's one of the toughest places to visit. Imagine playing football inside the Arctic Circle. The wind is biting, the temperature is low, the rain and even snow can suddenly appear. And then there's the pitch unlike the natural grass Tottenham's players are used to. Aspmyra has artificial turf. The ball bounces differently, it slides faster, it demands adjustments in passing and control. For Premier League stars, this can feel like playing a completely different game. And above all, the fans at Bodø are relentless. They may be fewer in number compared to massive English stadiums, but their passion echoes around the ground, creating an atmosphere that makes life miserable for any opponent. Now let's talk about the team itself. Bodø, Glimt's strength doesn't lie in having world-famous superstars. It lies in their system, their intensity, and their togetherness. They press aggressively, they don't allow their opponents to settle, and they transition from offense to attack with speed. Their wingers constantly stretch defenses, with Amal Pellegrino being one of their most lethal weapons. His runs behind defenders and sharp finishing make him a constant threat. Albert Grimberg in midfield provides energy, ball-winning ability, and the occasional long-range strike. And Patrick Berg, the captain and midfield anchor, orchestrates the play with calmness and vision. These aren't household names outside Norway, but they're the kind of players who can make headlines on European nights. Tottenham, of course, enter the game with far greater resources and star quality. Son Heung-min, James Maddison, Dejan Kulusevski, these are players who can turn a game in an instant. Spurs are used to playing at the highest level week in, week out in the Premier League. Their pace, technical ability, and tactical discipline make them obvious favorites on paper. But we also have to acknowledge their weaknesses. Tottenham's defense, especially in difficult away games, has shown vulnerabilities. When pressed physically, when forced into uncomfortable situations, they can be opened up. And that's exactly the kind of environment Bodø, Glimt specialize in creating. So what could happen in this clash? If we go by logic and resources, Tottenham should have enough to edge it. A scoreline like 2-1 or even 3-1 in their favor wouldn't be surprising. They've got the quality to control the game, dominate possession, and eventually break through Bodø's defense. But if there's one thing we've learned in football, it's that logic doesn't always win, especially not in the Champions League, and especially not in the north of Norway. Picture this scenario. The game kicks off, Tottenham settle into their rhythm, moving the ball around, looking confident. They create chances, but Bodø's goalkeeper pulls off a couple of big saves, keeping the scoreline level. Then, around the 20th minute, Tottenham lose the ball in midfield. In an instant, Bodø break forward. Grimberg drives through the center, slips the ball to Pellegrino on the left, and he rifles it into the net. 1-0 Bodø, Glimt. The stadium erupts. Suddenly, Tottenham realize this won't be an easy night. In the second half, Spurs respond. Kulusevski cuts inside, finds Richarlison, and he finishes clinically. It's 1-1, and now Tottenham are pushing harder. But Bodø don't panic. They hold their shape, wait for their moment. Then, in the 80th minute, it comes. A free kick is swung into the box, the ball bounces around, and Grimberg lashes it home from the edge of the area. 2-1 Bodø, Glimt. The fans are roaring, the players are giving everything, and Tottenham are stunned. In the dying minutes, Spurs throw everything forward. Son hits the post, Maddison forces another save, but the clock runs out. Full time, Bodø, Glimt 2, Tottenham 1. A new European shocker. Now, is this guaranteed to happen? Of course not. Tottenham remain the favorites, and with their firepower, they could just as easily take control and win the game comfortably. But that's the beauty of football. When a team like Bodø, Glimt, with their Arctic home ground, their fearless playing style, and their underdog spirit, step onto the Champions League stage, anything becomes possible. And this is why this match is so fascinating. On one side, you have Tottenham, a global club with stars recognized everywhere. On the other, Bodø, Glimt, a club from a small city in northern Norway, who just a decade ago were far from being European regulars. But football isn't just about resources or names. It's about moments, belief, and the ability to surprise. Bodø, Glimt have proven time and again that they can deliver those moments. So as we look ahead, the question remains, will Tottenham's quality prevail? Or will Bodø, Glimt add another chapter to their growing legend of giant killing? Will Aspmyra Stadion witness another night where the impossible becomes reality? That's where I'll leave it to you. What do you think? Can Bodø, Glimt shock Tottenham, or will the Premier League side come away with the win? Drop your predictions in the comments, because this game has all the ingredients to be one of the most talked about matches of the Champions League season.